This is the Barbados Today morning news for Monday, November 7th. Thank you for joining us. I am Marie-Claire Williams. The National Union of Public Workers is expecting to receive a response from the Public Service Commission this week on its demand that NUPW President Akanni McDowall be reinstated to his acting post. Last month, McDowall was removed from the senior position of Acting Health Planning Officer 1 and returned to his substantive post of Environmental Health Assistant 1. Last week, an official told Barbados Today that McDowall was not qualified for the position in which he was acting. The union had threatened industrial action, and officials met with the Chief Personnel Officer last week to ask that the decision be reversed. The commission is expected to meet today, and NUPW General Secretary Roslyn Smith told Barbados Today that the union is hoping to receive a response after their talks. The union has also scheduled a meeting with its shop stewards for this afternoon to discuss the issue. In other news this morning, police investigations are continuing into a shooting death in Airy Hill, St. Joseph yesterday. Police spokesman, Acting Inspector Roland Cobbler, told Barbados Today the incident occurred shortly after 1 o'clock. When lawmen arrived on the scene, they found a man, believed to be in his teens, lying in a pool of blood. Police are asking anyone with information about the incident to contact the District F Police Station at 433-1540 or police emergency number 211. You can also call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-TIPS, that's 1-800-8477, or the nearest police station. And yesterday's shooting in St. Joseph was one of several on the weekend. Police detained several people following a shooting at Clifton Hall, St. John, in the early hours of Sunday morning. Lawmen say officers from the Tactical Response Unit, Major Crime and Criminal Investigation Department South were conducting an operation at an unauthorized fete in the area when they were fired upon by a number of male occupants in a car. Police returned fire, but the culprits escaped. Officers later seized a quantity of firearms and ammunition. And in another incident, 33-year-old Jesse David Moore of Free Hill, Blackrock, was fatally shot on Saturday night at a fete in St. Stephen's, St. Michael. Prime Minister Frundle Stewart says the public should feel sorry for people who choose not to celebrate Barbados' 50th anniversary of independence. Stewart was addressing the launch of an art exhibition called Pride of Barbados, hosted by artist Coral Bernardine at the Christchurch Foundation School on the weekend. His comments were an obvious reference to members of the opposition Barbados Labour Party who have stated that they will not celebrate the occasion as they are unhappy with the current state of the country. But Stewart says there is a lot to be thankful for and to celebrate.
Looking back over the last 50 years, personally, I can see quite a lot to be thankful for, to be thankful to God for, and to be thankful to the people of Barbados for. And that is why I feel able to lead that movement for the celebration of the 50th anniversary of Barbados' independence. Celebration must begin with a spirit of thanksgiving. Those people who are not interested in celebrating obviously do not see anything to be thankful for, and we must not be angry with them. We must just feel sorry for them, because quite frankly, it means that somehow their souls have been enveloped in a kind of darkness from which I think they need to be rescued.
Barbadians are paying less for gasoline and diesel this morning. Effective midnight last night, the price of gasoline fell from $2.91 to $2.84 per litre, while diesel is now $2.07, down from $2.09. However, the price of kerosene is up by 1 cent from $1.05 to $1.06 per litre. There has also been a drop in the price of liquefied petroleum gas. The retail price of the 100-pound cylinder is now $134.37, down from $135.16. The 25-pound cylinder now retails at $38.69, down from $38.89. The 22-pound cylinder now costs $34.21, down from $34.39, while the 20-pound cylinder now costs $31.10. That's down from $31.26. The adjusted retail prices are due to changes in the cost, insurance, and freight of these refined products.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
But Maisie, this Christmas will be the best Belgian Christmas for we. Maisie, it is all because Republic Bank just like Santa Claus. Maisie, fix up the kitchen and a new TV we getting. A special time to commemorate. Republic will help you celebrate.
Get ready to celebrate 50 years of independence right through to the best Bajan Christmas ever with a Make It Happen loan of up to $50,000 from Republic Bank. Give your home a good old Bajan spooser, buy some new furniture and appliances, or take an after-holiday trip to visit loved ones over and away. You could also be one of our lucky winners to share in fabulous prizes. Just visit any branch to apply. Go to republicbarbados.com or call us at 227-2700. We're also available via Skype and FaceTime. Special conditions apply.
In Bajan style, it will be great with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're back now with news from the region. The governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Timothy Antoine, has told St. Lucia it needs to lead structural and fiscal reform within the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. Antoine issued the statement during a recent address to the Chamber of Commerce in Castries. We get more in this report from HTS News Force.
In his inaugural meeting with corporate St. Lucia, ECCB Governor Timothy Antoine said with St. Lucia accounting for 25% of the regional economy, the bank has a vested economic interest in the country. He says fiscal reform is an absolute necessity and St. Lucia is tasked with leading the reform movement.
I know from experience, I'm not asking you this, I'm telling you that we had to cut capital expenditure, so did St. Lucia for that matter, to get our fiscal accounts, to get the deficits down. The problem with that, so that's good in the first round, but the problem with that is that you're cutting your capacity to grow the economy. Because the recurrent keeps you going, but it is the capital that keeps you growing. What people don't appreciate is that the governments are not able to fix the road because they have no money to do so. It's not because they're wicked or they're starving the constituency. It's because here are the numbers. 75% of it spent on payroll and debt. And then you still have to talk about hospital and all these other things and so on. So this is the challenge. This is the challenge. So when I talk about fiscal responsibility, it is about creating space so that the government can invest in the economy.
Sometimes governments tout economic growth, but the average citizen complains of not, quote, feeling it. Antoine says this is often the case when there is a dearth of private sector funding, as growth and investment are hinged on access to finance.
On the international scene, it is the final day before Americans elect their next president. And both candidates, Democrat Hillary Clinton and Republican Donald Trump, have been making last-ditch attempts to woo voters ahead of Tuesday's election. The Clinton campaign received a boost yesterday when the FBI announced that it stood by its earlier recommendation that no criminal charges were necessary against Clinton for using a private email server for government work. We get more in this Reuters report.
FBI Director James Comey told Congress on Sunday that a recent review of newly discovered emails did not change the agency's conclusion that no charges were warranted in the case of Clinton's use of a private email server. In a letter to Congress, Comey said the agency had completed its review of the new emails, and we have not changed our conclusions that we expressed in July with respect to Secretary Clinton. More than a week ago, a letter sent by Comey to Congress informing it of the newly discovered emails had thrown Clinton's presidential race against Republican Donald Trump into turmoil in the final stretch before Tuesday's election. Trump applauded the FBI when it announced the examination of the new emails, but he's not buying the latest announcement.
She's protected by a rigged system. She shouldn't even be allowed to run for president, I'll tell you right now.
But the news was welcomed by the Clinton campaign, says top aide Jennifer Palmieri.
We are glad to see that as we were, that he has found, as we were confident that he would, that he has confirmed the conclusions that he really reached in July, and we're glad that this matter is resolved.
Ahead of the announcement, the latest Reuters Ipsos poll showed Clinton with the 5-point lead over Trump overall across the country.
That's the news this morning. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also tune into Channel 99 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM for more news. I am Marie Claire Williams. Good morning.